All right, back for another mock draft. The Patriots lost against the Chargers. I was at the game. Besides, goose egging on offense, the big thing would be, Zappe actually looked pretty good in the pocket. His pocket presence was obvious at the game. I'm sure it was very obvious that those watched at home. I was listening to the radio on the way back home. There's people calling in talking about it, so it must have been. But, the big difference was, when Mac is getting under pressure, I'm going, oh no. And then I'm watching the game yesterday, and I'm like, go for it. Go. Telling Zappe, his eyes were still down the field. He did not look like he was panicking. And when he didn't have any options, he kept the ball, used his legs, got some extra yards, got some first downs. It's the obvious idea that he's capable of not freaking out, whereas Mac is just psychologically done. He's making bad mistakes under pressure. And, it's Bill's fault to a certain extent. Now, obviously, he's going to take some of the blame. But, I think we're at a point where the grown man needs to, talk to himself and stop, self-management. And I'm going to separate Bill out. I'm going to separate Bill out a little bit here. Because if Zappe can improve, why is Zappe looking a little bit better in comparison? But also, he didn't look as bad. Yesterday was not a good day to be throwing the ball. He didn't look too bad. And when he's come in, he hasn't been horrendous. Yeah, he's thrown some interceptions, but that was he's making bad mistakes, but it's not under duress. It's probably just stuff you can work out. And you can't put Mac back in when he's like that, because he's just going to sabotage your offense. I shouldn't say sabotage. That sounds bad. But, self-inflict. And there's guys on that team that need to get yardage on that offense that deserve a shot. It's more than just the team, but the guys on the individual players on the offensive side of the ball, they're having a rough season here. You know what I mean? It's time to at least stop taking away the self-harm here. So anyway, but let's just quick before we get into this draft. It's important to make note, and this is I'll defend Bill Belichick because yes. He's the GM, and a lot of the drafts and have not worked out. Some of them are injury related. Some of them are, a cost of downstream effects of earlier decisions made in terms of roster. So yes, there is a lot of blame there, but bringing in Riley Reif and Calvin Anderson, not a bad idea. Not drafting a tackle, bad idea, but bringing those two guys in for what we paid for them, not that bad. But they're both not playing. They're both injured once terribly sick, hopefully not with a hematological or solid tumor or some sort of neurodegenerative disease or autoimmune or something like that. I hope it's not bad that way. But then Riley Reif's been injured. Connor McDermott's been injured. Onwenu didn't start for the first few games of this season. Trent Brown's been out several times with injury and then whatever else is happening. So essentially the only guys who've been in there, I mean, both So and Mafi have been out with concussions. Cole Strange has been injured. Cole Strange was injured for almost all preseason, right? The only person that's been basically surviving on that line right now is David Andrews. That's the only person who has not been completely destroyed. So that's just the offensive line. Let's go to wide receiver. Juju Smith-Schuster's knee, not 100% coming into the season. He looks a little bit better now, but the first 3 or 4 games, the guy looked like he was running on a flat tire. And then he's got a concussion. He had a concussion, sorry. Or was in concussion protocol. I'm actually, never mind. He was concussed, right? Yeah. Parker got concussed, right? And he's Mr. Injury. DeMario's been concussed twice now. Bourne's out for the season with a knee. See what I'm saying? Everybody's been beat up. Rager's actually looked pretty decent. I watched him yesterday. He looked pretty good. In real life, he looks good. Who else? Anybody else that's been terribly injured? I mean, yeah, Trey Nixon blew out his shoulder. Not that that's really a big, but it's just some of these injuries, guys, they add up, and that's just the offensive side of the ball. The tight ends have been relatively healthy. Who else? Running backs. Ramondre, was injured over the summer. It looked to be an injury that must have been bad enough to make him, he didn't look good for the first 4 games. So Zeke has been solid. I think we need to bring Zeke back, but who knows? Who else? What's his face? Ty Montgomery's been sick, injured. I think he was in concussion at once. It's endless. It's been endless. I know other teams are dealing with it, but it's really bad for the Patriots on the offensive side of the ball. Now on the defensive side, our 2 best players, Gonzo and Judon. Basically, Gonzo's out for the season, but Judon I think will be out. Hopefully, will just take his time. I would like that. So there's your 2 best players there. Uche's been injured consistently as he usually is. Jonathan Jones came in the season with an injury. Remember, he didn't play first few games or something. Yeah, first 2. Yeah, he wasn't against 1, 2. Yeah, did he come back for the Jets game? He might have. But yeah, and he's been dealing with it ever since, shoulder and ankle or something, and now he's been injured again. We lost Bolden in preseason. I thought he would be a good depth guy at the corner. He's gone. Jack Jones, guns, had to go. Brought in J.C. Jackson, who, for free basically, but he's looking like he's done. So Marcus Jones out. Come on, guys. Marte Mapu, yeah, he's a draft pick. Yeah, he's somebody you're working on, but he couldn't tackle for the first part of the season. He got torn pec. I'm not even sure if he's really capable of doing it right now. You gotta watch him. He might be something, but come on, Phillips looks like he's done. I just going through all these names and what's going on. We're left with Miles Bryant out there, and again, It's not that Miles Bryant can't be on the field. It's what are you doing? You're going against CeeDee Lamb. What? That's how bad. And we still were able to hold things together, guys. Defensive up front, Keon White's been injured. Barmore took a little bit to come back, but he's finally kicking back up. Anybody else dealing with injuries? Bentley's been beat up. Essentially, your best players on defense are the ones that haven't been destroyed this year, which has been Peppers and Tavai. And, when Barmore was good, yeah, Godchow hasn't been really out that much. He's been all right. Dietrich Wise is kind of absent this year. But, yeah, it's these guys. It's just the amount of injuries is insane. And it's not entire excuse for Bill because, you got to go out and get something. You got to make moves, and you got to make those decisions. But at the same time, at what expense? At what expense? You got to build through the draft. If your drafts don't hit, also, Tyquan Thornton missed a good chunk of the season again. That's 2 seasons in a row he's missing. Now, that's, obviously due to his frame and not being a sturdy person. But the amount of injuries is just crazy. All right, let's get into the draft. We're second now, so it's not gonna change dramatically in terms of how PFF is gonna run it for us, but it does secure us at least a quarterback. Now we don't know, both those guys don't have to show up at the draft this year, so just keep that in mind. So we might not be 100% getting a shot at quarterback. I'm just saying. All right, so we're gonna go. Hopefully it's Caleb. Now I gotta get into another rant. I'm not a Caleb guy. I was a Drake guy beginning of the season. Actually, last year I thought, oh man, when that guy comes out, he's going to be number 1. Yes, Caleb, for a lot of reasons, I would say he's slightly better in a lot of ways, but I think Drake is probably a better quarterback for the Patriots. The saying he doesn't want to play for the Patriots is probably the first big red flag. Not talking to the media after games that you lose is a big red flag for being in New England and Boston media. It's come on. Imagine saying you don't want to be here and then not taking questions and then also not shaking hands at the end of the game because you were sulking. And then, yeah, the whole mother in this field thing. It's not that he was crying. It's that he didn't shake hands. He ran over, jumped into the stands, and had to cry where he should have been the leader. Now, also consider that his actions, USC should probably be one of those teams considered for being in the college playoffs. But notice when he started getting a little shaky, that whole team fell off. Things didn't really hold up in the locker room, I don't think. See what I'm saying? I'm not Caleb, dude. I'm not. You could say whatever, I'm wrong about. I'm not saying the guy can't play. I think the guy can play, but he doesn't want to be here. And there's a lot of reasons why we don't want. And that's also his dad thing was saying like the ownership and all that stuff. Who wants that? What New England? Think about that. Imagine if he's not hot off the bat and how much like New England's gonna absolutely just eviscerate having a guy like that on your. Oh my gosh, and the like fingernails, like the whole thing just is. It's just not New England. You know what I'm saying? It's not the fit. Do I deny picking him right here? I don't know. If Marvin Harrison wasn't here, I'd be like, I definitely have to, but I might consider doing this. Because here's the question. Can we find a way? I guess it's just like, waiting and seeing. We'd have to trade up. We're handcuffed the first time around, though. I can't make any trades. Let's just see what happens. Maybe Daniels is still there. I'm not picking Penix. I am going to pick Graham Barton, though. And that's going to force me to probably either get JJ or Pratt here. Okay. So there's JJ. I think JJ, if he was in the he might be a third rounder or end a second. So I did take I would go after Michael Pratt anyway. If I couldn't have gotten JJ, I would after Michael Pratt. I think he's a starting quarterback. Not sure if he's a generational talent, but again, we're just dealing with what we got. Marshawn Nealand, absolutely best, probably one of the best edge defenders in the whole draft. Could be. You have to watch the tape. I'll do something on him. Trust me. Braylon Allen. That's tempting. We probably need Lobe, but Braylon Allen. If we don't have Zeke coming back and Ramondre's getting beat up, he's one of your best running backs in the all of FBS. I kind of have to go with him. It's kind of stupid not to. All right. Oh, there's your Uche 2.0. Ben Sinnott, tight end, replacing Gesicki or Henry or Pharaoh Brown, somebody that we're probably one of those three that we're not going to keep. And if not, he's a solid H-back too. So he can play in line, he can play in the slot, but he also is very good out of the backfield. All right, so there's that. We also need a safety. Probably not much of those guys left, right? I should actually search for it. I'm not seeing as good as I should. Josh Proctor. Okay, that's one to consider. A linebacker's not out of the question. JJ Weaver might be a good Anthony Jennings stopgap if we need him. Maybe. I don't mind having the problem. It's not bad having him there. Rasheen Ali would be. He's not a good receiving back. I mean, he can catch the ball. I'm not saying he's bad. He's pretty good. Well, they don't have Trevor Williams in here. I would probably pick Trevor already. Jalen Catalon's good for safety. Josh Proctor is probably a good bet. He does play that hybrid bullet safety role. He's had a good season. Yeah, he's pretty good. Good run defense, good coverage grade. Yeah, I don't see why we don't go with Josh Proctor. Again, crazy that he's even that far down. That was a good draft. Save that one. So next one we're going to do is going to be on yeah, we're gonna. The handcuffs are coming off. The shackles coming off. We're going to be able to trade now. The only reason why I would trade is because I don't want. I would like to get Drake Maye. If I don't get Drake Maye, I'm looking probably to get Jaden Daniels at least. But this one worked out. I don't mind getting JJ in the second, or in the third. Sorry, but this is solid. Getting that obviously one of the generational talents in terms of wide receivers, probably best since. Man, I might have to go back to Calvin. That might be a lot to say, but yeah, it might be. And these first 3 picks are what you need, right? I really don't mind what order it's in. Getting a top guy, but if you don't like Jaden, don't go get him if you don't. Like, just don't get him. Don't go to the first round pick because you have to. I mean, JJ McCarthy, if he really does get paid, get in the second, yeah, then you might be kind of SOL to a certain extent. But then you gotta make some trades. You gotta make something happen. But you gotta pick guys that really, guys you want and when you want them, right? And this would be good. I stress that you need to go look at this guy play. Also watch just how Braylon Allen runs. He's a big dude. And he can catch the ball. He's not bad at catching the ball. Sinnett's solid. Again, like I said, can probably play just about everywhere on the offense. And Josh Proctor is a solid safety that, again, we might be losing Duggar. Jalen Mills. There's a few other, defensive backs that we need to consider being lost. At least that guy can play a variety of positions, plays hybrid roles at Ohio State, good at running, run stopping, and coverage. All right, so now we can get into some trades here. Oh, the Bears. What would you want? They picked Drake Maye, so you want Marvin. Okay. Let's talk some business. Okay. Oh, I got an idea. I got an idea for you. Oh, come here. Where are you at? I want my right tackle. Where are you at? Yes. I will give you. You have Drake Maye. I will give you Devontae Parker. All right, because someone's going to take Marvin. We might get him. Yeah, we might be able to still get Drake. My goal is to try to get Drake still here. And if I don't, I got a right tackle, so I don't have to take a tackle. I can trade back just a little bit, or straight up just take, if I want to, get Daniels. See what I'm saying? I got my tackle, and they're going to take that. I'm kind of done with Parker. He had a great game yesterday. I have to give him that. He really did. And he's not, when he's good, but man, it's just, you know what? Who annoys me more? Probably Juju. Actually, 105 would be a little bit more beneficial for me. Let's try that first. Okay. Still got Caleb. Saints have anybody we want? Not really, right? Oh, they have Foskey. Oh, they have Brzee. They're probably not going to want to give up Brzee. Foskey would be an interesting take, though. That's a good Uche replacement. Get me a safety for this. Come on, guys. Okay. Still got both of them on the floor. If I can trade back one spot or something like that. 3. Gonna be stretching it. So they'll take a QB. They need a QB. That's totally possible that the next few are gonna screw us. So we're gonna do. We're gonna draft. I mean, here's the thing. Like, would I hate having any of these guys? No, they're all blue chip talent. But it's probable there's a good chance that we're gonna lose. I mean, this is it's basically it's a practice of just showing how you can, like, what can you get? You can get a whole nother player. But say am I really that high on Bo Nix and Daniels right now? No, I still think QB3 is really up for grabs from a lot of people. I think Penix is probably further out. Grant Barton's out. Yeah. But see, like Pratt, McCarthy, these guys I don't mind. Not going to go in, not going to go in, not going to go in, not going to go in. Joe Milton I'd like to get as a backup. I think he would be my contingency plan if Mac was actually showing a decent year. But man, Jaden Daniels, man, this guy had a great season. I don't know how we don't go after him. Plays in a tough conference. .6'4", 210. I don't know how we don't go after him. He's a senior too. Let's just get him, right? Let's just do the smart thing. But we walked that back nicely. We really did. We walked that. I like that. That's what we did. That was solid. Terry and Arnold's a first round corner. If he's really there, we kind of have to get him. Guys just plays a slot, plays in the. I mean, I don't know how you don't. I mean, Leggett would be a smart pick here too. He's really good deep, but I'm not. To me, Arnold this year, and I think his potential's even higher. Leggett's a freak though. He's 6'3", 2 something, right? 220. 6'3", 227. Freaking linebacker out there. You're in trouble. That guy, once he's got the ball, you're done, because he runs like a 4.4. All right, let's see. Anybody interested? That go back to the Falcons. We already got Foskey, so I'm good with one of the edge players. At 47, I might be able to get Quinion Mitchell. Okay, so let's do that. Yep. Thank you. All right, let's see if we can find Tyler Guyton as a right tackle. Beautiful. 102. Holding my breath. There he is again. I'm going to get him. Yeah. So there's that. Pick up Goncabs. Goncabs would probably be a good pick here. Oh no, Barner. Do I have to get Barner now? Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to. I think the tight end situation, that's a good blocking tight end, so taking some stress off of needing another, getting another tackle because he's that good. Again, alleviating the stress of missing out there. 46. I'm going to take a chance here, and I'm going to go probably with Shiloh. Jalen Simpson's a good safety as well. He's good. He's a good deep safety. Plays in the slot. 5'11". No, 6'1". Oy. Not exactly ecstatic about bringing in Shiloh. Having his dad chirp about the team from afar. He can come up, man, though. Plays good in the slot. Exactly what we'll be looking for. 6 foot, 195. No concerns there, really. I think I gotta pass. I think I have to pass. Let's do Lobi and then try to get BB. If he's there. And he is. Thank you. If Ueno's gone, if Ueno really leaves, that's the only way we can help out. I mean, I know So can do it, but still gotta. That guy can play. By the way, BB's played both guard and tackle. He's just really good at the guard. He's very Ueno-esque in that way. Again, probably gonna have to go with Sinna here, unless. Yep, I have to go with Sinna. Yeah, because he's going to be a receiver. Okay. Offense is done. Well, we only have one more pick. Ooh, Gadsden's still up on the board. That's a good pick. He's not coming back. I mean, I think he's going back. That's not a fair one. Him being down here and him being down here, that can't be. If they're healthy and they're ready to go, they'll be drafted higher up. Or, Gadsden only played, like, I think, what, second or third game in, he got this Frank injury. Yeah. But when he's good, he is something. Go with Josh Proctor again. Again, just a good, smart pick. Okay. I think we'll end it there. Conversation time. Try to keep this quick with the analysis. Yes, again, this is drafting. It's just, again, it's always showing you what's in the draft and what it means to compound the value of what you have. It's PFF, so it's dealing with percentages of how much certain things are worth, but, getting a tackle. There's a right tackle. Oh, I probably should have went after... So that was a mistake. I should have went after Sumataya rather than Guyton. But right tackle, upright edge, right? Can play down as well. So this would alleviate the loss of Uche and or Jennings. Obviously getting Jade Daniels. There's your big wide receiver. Corner, you're probably why did I go after a corner? This guy is one of the best corners in the whole draft. You want to get corners on contracts. You don't want to be paying free agent corners because they're too expensive, and there's a lot of good corners usually in a draft. Getting them on rookie contracts are key. Getting a quarterback on a rookie contract is number one. Number two is corner. Number three, in terms of draft, like where you want to draft orders is corner, quarterback, corner. After that, it's an edge, right? After that is left tackle. After that is wide receiver one. It's crazy to think about that, but it's not necessarily exactly the most important people on your team, but it's kind of the draft idea of it because wide receivers. There's some evidence, obviously, to go out and get free agent wide receivers. It's still good to get them on rookie contracts because they're expensive, but there's pointing to getting them as getting them up in free agency. Tight end not being at the bottom half, but they're still top half. Running backs kind of towards the bottom half, but Braylon Allen, you can't pass that guy if he's really at that point in the draft. Same thing with Lobe. Again, double-digit percentage of his snaps being as a receiver. Maybe didn't need him, but he plays guard and tackle. Again, very Onwenu-esque. So if Onwenu walks, I don't mind having him there. We're still going to need help. Sinnott, awesome. Good pickup. And then Proctor. Mistake here is Guyton over Sumamataya. I could have picked up Sumamataya. I totally forgot that I got right in the first part of the draft. But got the edge problems, right? So if Uche and Jennings walk, both these guys can handle that. Solid draft. Anyway, I'm going to end it there. We got 2 solid drafts there. Big takeaway, moving to second would really open up potential for possibly, if we don't like who we got, trading back a little bit, really asking a lot. So like to Chicago, I asked a lot, right? I gave him Schuster, but like I got it in the first round, a fourth, and this guy's is going to be one of the best right tackles. They'd be giving up one of their best players plus giving me, some decent draft capital, which we then use later on to pick up a tight end, which we will need, and a running back, which we might need. Right, and then same thing here. I moved back a little bit more, picked up a solid edge player. Guy played the Viper at Notre Dame. Solid player, strong. Moved back a little bit more there. Again, picking up a cornerback, which again you want to get on rookie contracts, and then we're able to pick up an extra guard, which is one of my favorite players in the draft. This might be one of my favorite ones because I like Jane Daniels, I like Leggett, I like Quinion Mitchell. Tyler Guyton's solid. Again, problem is, he's a right tackle. He's one of my favorites. He's growing on me a lot, especially in terms of his running. His blocking capability. Again, another one of my favorite guys, and same. I'm a little biased on this one, but I like them because I think it's through the Patriots lens. They wouldn't pick all these guys. It wouldn't be like this at all. But anyone picking up 5 out of these guys would make me so happy because I think they really would fit in as a Patriot. Don't have to worry about Dad saying we need 5% of the team. Right? Notice I walked on from Shiloh Sanders. I think he's a good player, but I'm not having. I don't want to be owning a team or coaching a team or being a fan of a team where, prime time sitting in Boulder, my son's not starting, but I know who wants to deal with that. Who wants that as a distraction as a fan? If you're a fan that wants your team to be like solid dudes, like upstanding, I shouldn't say upstanding citizens, but you see what I'm saying? Like you don't want distractions. Don't want any of that. Don't want to be TikTok. Don't want to be, talk of Twitter because of your dad being pissed off, your player's dad pissed off that, your team didn't give you 5% or not getting playing time. Don't want that. Now, it's great for the media. They'll love that because it's something to talk about all the time. Anyway, I'm going to end it there. Yes, don't take this seriously, right? Obviously, they're not going to trade this much. But these are just names to keep an eye on when you can probably possibly pick them up. What the Patriots should be considering about trading back if they want to. If they don't get Drake Maye, they don't want Caleb, or vice versa. Maybe how do you start targeting somebody who can come in and at least be an operable, a new name, new face. Robert Kraft would like that, right? Get a new thing going, new money, new Noble sponsors, and you know what I'm saying? And then you get your wide receiver, Get somebody's big time wide receiver. Get a corner that you need to get on a contract. Allows Jonathan Jones to move into the inside as a slot corner and possibly play that slot safety potential there as well. Be more the leader of the defense in the backfield there. Or in the secondary, sorry. Picking up a solid tackle. Going to have to happen no matter what. Edge defender. Uche's gone. Jennings maybe be gone. Might lose one or two or all three of our tight ends. Need to get somebody who can help out with the blocking. This guy can do it. Big back. What happens if we lose Zeke? Ramondre's too beat up eventually. Got to start worrying about that. Getting replacements for those guys. Got to get them in the door. Receiving back who can play a little bit of slot, right? Plus he's a kick and punt returner. Don't want DeMario out there anymore. I don't want Marcus out there anymore if he doesn't. If Marcus is going to be part of the defense. And if he's not, then whatever. You got maybe Dylan takes a few snaps. I mean, what happens if one of those guys gets injured, right? We want depth there. We don't want Dylan out there. I watched, watching, oh gosh, Miles Bryant out there again. Oh my gosh. Oh. It's like, I mean, the guy is just, I can't get rid of him. and the thing is, I kind of like the guy. And he does perform well when he's there, like when he does what he's supposed to be doing. But he's always putting this. It's like I should be loving the guy, but it's the frustration of why is he in there? And it's not his fault. It's not his fault. That's why that's why we should have Quinion Mitchell. Like Miles Bryant should not be the guy covering CeeDee Lamb. It's just not the solution. Oh gosh. All right. Anyway, then Sinnott again. Bringing in a good receiving tight end in the slot, and you can do it in tight, and then also out of the backfield, and then adding a nice solid safety. Again, the possible. I'm not gonna say he's a McCourty replacement, but he also might be a Duggar replacement / Mills replacement. All right. So anyway, hope you guys got this far. Excuse my, mistake of not getting Sumatayo who could play left. Got two right tackles, basically. I don't know, Guyton might be able to play left tackle. I don't think Wright can. I think the way he plays, he needs to be a right tackle. But yeah, we could have got Sumatayo. Could have also got Kieran Omegagaji. And then, go from there. Anyway, if you guys like this content, as always, please like and subscribe. And thanks for watching.